I actually just saw the most revealing Mr. Beast video yet. Or had the most revealing Mr. Beast experience yet. Now, we're gonna watch a bunch of thumbnails, but I liked this one in particular quite a bit, honestly. Why are we gonna be watching thumbnails? Because I made a lot. We have to just see the story as it unfolds, just looking at the art that I've made. The very first one, the K-porn. K-porn is... If you don't believe in K-porn, I have to show you something. Because K-porn is not exclusive, it's just the nature of the way everything is built. These look normal until they don't. It's Fifth Harmony. I've seen some crazy shit. They're riding each other. They're jumping on each other. This is still normal, guys. This is still fucking normal. They jump on their fans. Camila jumps on her fans like as if it's her trendy move to do. Okay, I'll have to pull up my collection then. I know, really wild thing to start with, but that's K-porn, my friends. That's some crazy shit. And I respect it because it is crazy. Men would never do any of this. This is exclusive, and it's exclusive to groups of singers, apparently. They kind of develop this sort of behavior eventually. And the rabbit hole just keeps going. It doesn't stop here, obviously. You can see some crazy shit, guys. Pokia, I have released the game. Now, everyone feels bad when there's a knockoff. Trust me, you have to give me some fucking room to breathe, because it's a double knockoff. It's a combination of Pokemon, which is, please sue me, Nintendo, I want to be famous now, and a combination of Bazaar. Proving once and for all that I can fix Bazaar, but it's still not going to be that much more interesting. I can play it for you right now. Now, I think there's some glitches in there. Okay, maybe it's not that relevant. Pick up 6 cards, let it play out, basically. And you get score in the end. I got a crazy score. Like, this is probably the craziest build I've ever done. Alright, whatever. So, I literally have it. You can play it. At this point, I feel like I'm doing so many things. I don't know if anyone can keep up anymore. I've competed in a game jam, and I fucking lost because people don't know how to fucking open my game properly. Like, whatever, dude. Good riddance, I don't care. I'm gonna just be there to flex anyways. I'm not here to win. I'm not here to fucking take up a podium spot. I'll just do my thing. That's who I am. We'll get to that. No pain, no gain. Max stats open up, and it's the craziest series on my channel. If you want to watch anything at all, maybe start from here. You know, because by watching this Max stats episodes, you're literally saving time. You are improving yourself. You are saving time. You're literally watching a video and you're not wasting time. You're saving time by watching this. Now, that might feel like a painful revelation, but that's the whole point of the thumbnail. Somehow this got a little bit of views, so I think this is a third version of this. And it's fine. It's fine. It still feels like a love baby, this whole thing. Like, you get to see thumbnails, like, up close, and they still look fine. But they kind of show imperfections, maybe? There's some bizarre thumbnails, there's some card game-related stuff. I keep trying to remind people that we live in apocalypse, and there's a reason why I'm calling out Mr. Beast. Is because he's kind of the closest to the fires right now. Like, he's closest to the trend that's happening. But it's so good for him that he does not understand what he's doing. He's actually like dragging a whole list of humans just into the abyss of money, of what money can do, how money can enslave people, and all this immorality basically that money's generating. It's useless. It's useless to increasingly more amount of people, but we just can't wait for this to be over, you know? But we're doing the biggest and the best. Tell someone who cares, all right? I care just because it's taken the cultural pinnacle. But generally, I am not too invested. I can't possibly compete with this sort of stuff. When you're born poor, you actually born excluded from the narrative of capitalism. And you can feel more of the apocalypse, but I'm a strong person. I can beat my demons. It's not crazy for me to go through apocalypse, but it might be crazy for everyone else who don't understand what's going on. I try to enlighten as much as possible, try to open people's eyes. It feels like no one cares, which is not exactly an answer to me. You know, it doesn't communicate if everyone is okay and can stomach what's going on, because they genuinely have to know to be able to comment on it, right? They can't just remain ignorant. Capitalism will be replaced with AI. People have to be ready for a giant change in their lives, in the way they live life. They have to be ready for this. Trains were successful first time, the second time, not so much. I don't know. YouTube algorithm is a fucking haymaker, basically. You just never know what's gonna pop up. Whenever... YouTube algorithm is so fucking stupid that it basically, like, if you mistype a word, if you just by accident, you can get a lot of views. So it feels like it's completely useless. Like, YouTube is completely fucking useless with their algorithm. Like, I would say there is no algorithm on the internet. There's no such thing as an algorithm. There's just punch you in the face type of, I don't know, selection, basically. It's all random, it's all stupid. It's all you type in magic words and you get magic amount of results. Technically, the funny thing is, I have this extension called vidIQ, and I probably have to use it again to follow the fucking where the wind blows, because I can't possibly conjure up anything myself. I have to follow the rules, basically. You can't just be yourself. The algorithm doesn't like that. The algorithm likes certain things. You have to feed it certain things. So that's what I see. You know, I see a video that was successful and now it's not successful, and I can't understand what was the difference. The thumbnail barely changes. In fact, I added a famous face in there. Where's the problem? Maybe it doesn't grip so much. Maybe it's just too expectational, maybe, but like, I don't know. It failed. What didn't fail is that my hate for trains just keeps growing. It doesn't stop. In fact, I just saw the craziest thing where, why do you need rails? I saw a train that doesn't use rails. That's it. Like, that's game over. When you see something game-changing, it's potentially just game over for trains entirely, because rails are an insane thing to be trying to accommodate in society. And they're loud as fuck. And they're dangerous as fuck. That's what this is actually highlighting, that it's dangerous. Like, you need maintenance. You need maintenance. You don't have to really maintain the roads that much, but that's the second worst thing as well. You need to pay attention to roads. You need to pour a lot of money to roads. But it makes sense to pour money to, you know, something simple. Roads feel simple to me. Roads feel something that you can educate yourself upon. The maintenance that trains requires fucking as high IQ as I have, potentially. As high IQ as I have. I don't even understand. And stamina and, like, you know, just watch the wood. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. This man belongs in jail. bro does not have a good taste in music, and let's leave it at that. He's from Eurovision reviewer section, basically. There's some bizarre stuff happening. Are these thumbnails interesting? You know, put effort. Every single thumbnail. Like, there's how many? 680 thumbnails. This year is going to be 700. I believe that's every single year we just do 700 thumbnails. Last year, 720 thumbnails. I think this year we're just going to be like 10 thumbnails more. Or exactly the same. I will definitely spam a bunch of stuff in December, because I'm gonna be free to do whatever the fuck I want after I release my rewind. So 30 more thumbnails are waiting. It sounds like 720, but then I do a bunch of Hearthstone videos. Rewind submissions. Oh yeah. So after after New Year's, this broski uploads the rewind. Mr. Beast just forgets about it. He can just put up a smile and forget about it the next day because he's doing some crazy shit up there. Well, you press F5 and you get a slideshow, as if I fucking asked for that feature. And now I can't navigate? What the fuck? But that's right. Thumbnail rewind. That's what you're watching right now. And I look at other people's rewinds. I want to just acknowledge that they're making rewinds. Of course, I'm not yet successful at it, but the moment I gain success, it's over. So enjoy you while you can, all right? Enjoy your little fucking success while you can, little babies. All right? Do your fucking shitty rewinds, and we'll move on. All right, because the moment I grab success, it's over. You will never get it back. All right, there's a reason for it. In fact, it's just going to be incredibly scary for people when I gain success in any circumstance whatsoever. And there are many circumstances, but this is the most important one, where success literally means you'll have to face. Wait for it. What is going on right now? Who are you? And what did you do to my expectations? Huh, I see now. What the fuck? There it is. Sorry about all of this. This is the tweet, by the way. Code your own engine and show us how it's done. That's right. That is a tweet, my friends. And it's not very visible because my engine is pretty glitchy, but the fact that it works at 30 FPS should satisfy you, you know? You should be satisfied by now. You should be like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's it. That's all I ask from you. I don't want nothing else. You will be playing games on this engine very soon. I don't know why blocks disappear, guys. It's just like, it's obviously not natural. It's an artifact. It's not exactly like performance-heavy thing. But yeah, I made my own engine. Who asked for an engine? We'll talk about it. This got me fucking cooked. I got a strike from YouTube because, oh, there's some liquid on her face, but your fucking ads have liquid on their faces. You know, YouTube ads are fucking 10 times worse, and in people's faces. You know. But okay, I made a mistake. Oh no, I didn't know about that, YouTube. I'm so sorry. Oh no, YouTube, don't hurt me. I apologize, man. So whatever. It was the hentai video, and it got basically kicked out of existence. Eventually. Guess what? It got kicked out after 1.5 years. It just kind of was able to exist for this long, and YouTube decided, we have to copy strike this guy. Am I right? And the funny thing is, this video was like 2 hours long or something. It was very long, and this was just like a screenshot-ish. Like, it wasn't even like moving. But whatever. You do you. I just needed some kind of depiction, like, what I'm fucking talking about is more educational than anything, but nope, YouTube strikes easy, guys. This is me doing What the Fuss episodes. What the Fuss episodes are permanent now on my channel. Yikes, I actually don't remember what this is about. Enlighten me, guys. I don't know. I might have investigated their relationship, and that's it. It was kind of fascinating. Like, Tana relationship with Bella Thorne, like, that's fascinating, isn't it? Like, what does Bella Thorne think about Tana? And probably she thinks all the correct things, because she was kind of abused in a way. Just like I was. I had a friend that's some fucking narcissist, and I hate them for it. For being my friend, because they're kind of annoying. She's here, like, I discover the ultimate self-improvement matrix. This is the most important fucking thing you'll get from Max Stats. Pokia, I showcase. It was so sweet to see progress just come together nicely. No pressure. Unfun. Bazaar was annoying while I'm trying to basically copy and paste my version of Bazaar. And I think I nailed it, you know? I think I got it. Red Note Vortex. People were actually leaving TikTok into a red note. I don't know if I need this in my YouTube rewind, but it's definitely a considerable moment. This was actually getting a little bit of views, but not as much as it used to. Like, simply, I can't say Unspeakable is bad. Wow. I will get haters. But the reality is, it is bad. He came back to his roots, to his shitty content, and I'm not here for it. Unspeakable basically upgraded himself and downgraded himself the next year, which is scary. A little bit of roast. GeoGuessr was kind of fun, like very vibey type of experience. Like downloading a new game. But it feels quite different, and you can find moons on Earth, basically, some really weird places. And so I just kept going. I played it on my card game channel. Like, this looks like a weird place now. And you can follow this road where just like the mountains are just black. Black rock. Like, this is some crazy shit. Russian trees versus Mexican trees. I was looking at trees, trying to, you know, figure out where I am based on trees. Blah, blah, blah. Finally, floating. No one complimented, to this day, no one complimented whoa, you can float around. Except when I was doing in the game jam. Just a tiny compliment. Just like, what the fuck? I am doing better than ever before, and people are not even noticing anymore that I have stuff on the screen. As if it doesn't exist anymore. Like, what? You don't care? You care less? What's going on? You know, do you think it's editing software? Like, what is going on? Are you stupid? It can't be that. Like, it's just insane. No one actually ever asks, what is this program that I'm using? What's going on? No one asks questions anymore. I used to get so many times of like, what are you doing there? What is this? Can I download it? Or like, stuff like that. It's over. Those days are gone. Like, it's crazy. 2020, like 2025 was just completely different. I'm doing better than ever before, but worse than ever before at the same time. In terms of like public kind of attention Spam, I guess. I don't know. I see spam, but it's a spam. You get the idea. The monster of this patch. Yes. This piece of shit. I actually don't respect him at all when it comes to self-improvement. He might even be counterproductive. But we'll talk about it later, maybe? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I just rebranded this into Rocket Booster because it's not fit for my channel anymore. More Pokia updates, which I still love. The idea of Pokia is just so cool to me because AI-generated stuff so satisfying. Like, you just spend so much time not working, but just looking at art, and it's the best thing ever. Like, designing card games was never this much fun before. Even when you're left alone. Oh, shit. Oh, I love that one. You know? Pity is a fucking word people even forgotten about. There's no such thing anymore. But whatever. There's something that suffocates me right now, you know? You need to know why I'm gasping for air. I mean, you're aware that 720 thumbnails means that I upload 2 videos a day. Yikes. Eliminate yourselves. I started hunting down Mr. Beast and his shenanigans. Last year was Mr. Beast versus Ring of Fire. But, you know, I am maturing. I don't like getting more mature because it feels kind of ass, but, you know, I'm trying to appeal to the audience more. It's fucking whatever. Respect is the most important part of your job. Get scammed, boy. First domination episode drops. This is where I'm trying to, like, put together what is domination episode about anyways. In the end, domination episode is just me being better than most people. What a cool thumbnail. I have nothing else to say about that. Yes, welcome to Africa. Colors. It's very interesting watching Gossip Girl. Like, I am still interested. I just watched, like, season 1. But I'm interested in just character development. Because this girl stays that way forever. And she was transforming from this. And it's like, what the fuck happened? Right? It's the greatest question of all time. I actually haven't answered this question. Did I watch 2 seasons kind of, like, very quickly? I don't know. And maybe it did make some conclusions, but I don't remember them. So it wasn't that deep. The fact that you can go from this... No, you can generate something so similar is mind-blowing, but I really, really asked AI to generate something this specific, and it's hard. It's hard to get this pose in particular. Even get this kind of tiny sofa. But yeah, AI is pretty nuts. And the question would be, can I do it now? Well, I actually have to pay for all this shit. It's not free, guys. Second domination episode. This guy can be smarter for a particular moment, but maybe I can learn to be as smart as he is as often as possible, right? Picking up other people's tools of dealing with NPCs is quite important. Alright. This was actually evergreen video, number 2. I never really had evergreen videos. This is number 2. Beast Games. Look at that. And the sentiment is incredibly simple and has actually spread out into TikTok and all that shit. It's just take the money. It's like the dumbest thing people do. They don't take the money. You're better off taking the money every single time. It's pretty obvious. but people just want to look virtuous, like fucking pose. They get brain damaged by this idea. Like, what are we doing? You're not gonna get $5 million because you might lose. You're gonna take the risk instead? You're insane. You're insane. You're just gonna flex? Do people not care? Like, you're in a Mr. Beast challenge in the first place. How the fuck did you get here if you don't take the money? You know? It's insane. So there were two Olivias, and I switched of who's gonna be my Valentine, because there's so many women, and Valentine seems like a slot to insert a woman, because I can't do it in real life, because women don't exist. Remember? Too young to be entertaining. Like, she hasn't accumulated anything interesting to watch. Maybe High School Musical is relevant. I don't know. Maybe it's just a knockoff. What the hell is happening? This is where I discover that Reynat has not played his own game, which is fucking crazy. Embarrassed is exactly the word. Then, as if it wasn't enough, this was a fucking moment, basically, where I knew my friendship is in jeopardy because of this bullshit. I knew that whoever likes this song isn't fucking idiots. You know, that they have absolutely no taste in music, and it was my friend that put this thing at the top of his list. What is wrong with you? No, there's no patriotism. No, you would want the best thing for your country. So there's no patriotism here. There's no, oh, like, this person is very nice person. No, this guy look like a fucking zombie. There is no quality here that you can just accept. There's no positivity in the song. There's just one riff and fucking the least amount of lyrics. It fucking, made a list on who has the least lyrics. That's the only fucking list we made. Everything else was a fucking disaster. We were the worst in the Baltics, even if we got the, finals. We got to finals, but we still got the worst in the Baltics. Poland beats us, Estonia beats us, Latvia beats us, basically. Everyone just beating us up, and we should be embarrassed. Because this was fucking insane. What are people thinking? Just throw a pop song in there. Just give up. Don't be idiots. But, you can't say what people should vote for. Now, in the comments, I got even more fucking slag, but the most memorable moment is some fucking idiot pretending that I should have voted because I could have stopped this kind of difference. I can stop differences. I am completely disconnected from trying to stop anything. I'm not some popular influencer who can influence a voting system. I can't do that. I can't change anything, guys. So it's insane to even try. But it's also insane to discuss it like that. Zeddy slowly became the problem. Lithuania got a little bit more attention from me, personally. Drama generator. A lot of Deadmau5 drama. This is where it starts, kind of. It technically starts with Jacksepticeye, but, we didn't get a chance to see the thumbnail. It feels like there's a side effect to the apocalypse, to capitalism taking over. Is like all these experts show up and they dominate, and every single time they get recommendations, basically go to this expert, do this thing and do that thing. It's like, what? Check yourself for breast cancer. It gets pretty weird, man. But we'll discuss Deadmau5 drama some other time. I hated this thumbnail, by the way, if you wanted to know what I hated. Gypsy of Pop. Peace Pop, I still do that. Illegal amount of fun. I actually did have fun, apparently, playing Pokia. I mean, I stay away from this at this point, but yeah, sure. Realized that Nerd City was actually a fucking degenerate. Like, all the way. I thought I was banned from his Discord because it's, you know, it's a moderator issue. No, it's a degeneracy issue, actually. And deadmau5 hit him hard. As well as Asmongold. He got hit hard. I investigated Asmongold a little bit deeper. Another sequel to this K-pop drama. I tried to break through into it, but it took me a lot more time. When I uploaded this, everyone thought, oh, I'm talking about Hassan. Like, all they have time for is literally react to a thumbnail and title. Nothing else matters. Literally nothing matters. And the funny thing is, the wrong enemy was Dark Viper. Dark Viper is the wrong enemy. Don't fuck around with Australians. That's what I actually meant. Not Hassan. Hassan is fucking brain rot. YouTuber. I mean streamer. I don't give a fuck. I think Dark Viper was way more dangerous and exposed Ethan way more, way faster. It was fucking exposure fiesta for this piece of shit. He got what he deserved. Uh-oh. Wait, I have a different emote? I can't wait to collect them all. That was so funny. I tried to recreate the iceberg, but nobody watched it. And it's crazy to me. You just never know when you're gonna appeal to the fucking algorithm or not. I can't believe that. Eurovision! Ha ha ha. Why so sad? Found a good card game, like genuinely very good. Everything was very well made. So I really want you guys to check it out. It's called Wild Frost. Alright? Beat the Infinite. Here it is. Here's your name if you ask for it. Disney Phenomenon. Every Disney person was fucking handpicked really carefully. Unless they truly try to destroy their career right after. Now, their main cast is obviously handpicked very carefully and they have to survive. So almost every Disney person is incredibly influential. It's mind-blowing every single time they just succeed. My influence check challenge. Police car chases is the most disgusting thing. It has been mentioned by Oliver recently, which is kind of cool. And I've also seen some kind of upgrades that these police chases have now. So they don't really have to happen anymore. But it's still the most insane thing. Like, it's better to just let them go. Just let the fucking guy go, and sometimes it ends up in a fatality, and it's like, it's fucking unnecessary. It's just, you literally see police brutality in full force. It's so unnecessary right now. There is enough surveillance, and there always was enough surveillance to just let these motherfuckers run. Basically. It sounds pretty weird, but not really. Let them run, let them hide. When they go hide, we go seek, you know? When they stop fucking... I pressed F5 again. When they stop operating a deadly machine, then we can start chasing them, like, actually, because no one is in danger anymore. You know, they want to get away, they don't want to crash into anything, of course. If they do it on their own terms, fuck it, right? Police chases make no sense. They should calm down a little bit. Bro lost his cool. I actually don't remember why, but it's so entertaining. This is clickbait for me now. Capitalism makes you lonely. I don't understand what's going on in this particular regard, but like capitalism is destroying relationships so well, so efficiently. Dark Viper's limits. He can catch this reactor, but cannot deal with this reactor correctly. It's over, my friend. My friend couldn't get that reputation necessary to keep up with my demands. I love the thumbnail though. It's the coolest one for sure. Top 10, guys. Top 10 thumbnails. Bro is doing research on who? I have not bumped into anyone who's making porn star content, but you do you. I mean, doing research. That's right. Everyone is memeing in the comments of like, bro is doing research on what exactly? Interesting research, but and the porn stars that he does research on just ends up sounding like just fucking bums, basically. Like homeless people who got a little bit of success, type of like completely insane human beings that you don't want to know about much whatsoever. It doesn't help you. Just basically degenerates, right? A degenerate is doing research on degenerates. What can you do? Deadmau5 drama. Probably the most spiciest Deadmau5 drama there is. Average. Wow, look at all these like neon effects that I try to pull off. Isn't that cool? To me, this was like the most notorious comment of like, can you prove this with science? That drinking water ruins your health? You need science for that? You need science to tell you something? You're toast, bro. If you're not and on the edge of everything, right now I have actually discovered the way to clean your teeth. Science is not going to tell you, but I double checked with AI. Alright, you can always do that. You can always do this simple research. Water is a solvent, and it actually has no minerals, it just absorbs your body. It's actually fucking dangerous. It can sound like a brain rot sentence, you know, it sounds scientific, so I must have science backup with this. But I don't need to. I have feelings. You know, when I drink water, I take damage. When I drink flavored water, I enjoy it. That's the fucking difference. And the moment there's actually, like, how much flavor do you need to put into the water to not taste like shit? There's actually a certain amount of flavor you need to put. Sometimes when the flavor runs out, like, I can feel water, and the water fucking deals damage to me. I can't drink water. There was a certain time in my life when I just stopped. I couldn't drink water anymore. It was insane to even think about drinking water, because, like, what the fuck is this? There's something missing. That's what feelings are telling me, but the logic tells that water has nothing in it. Yes, you might need water to have liquids in your body, and you have been told many things, basically. But just because you have been told something doesn't mean you know the full truth, the full reality of why water is necessary. And can water just come alone, unflavored? Now, granted, I have shitty tap water in my country. My country has one of the worst tap waters out there. You know, we still have it, but it's technically undrinkable, right? But how do you explain that I put flavor and it changes everything? Changes the composition of water, just with flavor, just with milk, just with jam, basically. How do you explain that? What happens? That's what I want. Like, I want you to do science to explain the phenomenon. I don't need to do it. I can only try and, you know, invoke an idea. So water is almost like it's waiting to suck up a flavor. And when you insert a flavor, it is satisfied. It no longer wants anything from you. It can actually give you something instead. So you have to insert a flavor into water, otherwise it will take things from you instead. You will become the flavor of that water, which sounds pretty crazy, right? It's almost like it's unfinished product. Water is just an unfinished product. Now, animals drink water, but they have flavor in it. They drink, like purified water or something. Uh, well, they don't. They drink kind of like natural state water. And technically it doesn't have flavor, but does it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Maybe it does have a little bit of something. We should be more like Sniper. I don't know what this video was about, but I think I liked making it. I think it was pretty important. Maybe it was even Domination episode. This is when I was realizing I stumbled upon a YouTuber that I didn't thought was this bad, but she was. She was very bad. And it's just like, that's what it is. That's what women are. They just secretly are horrible human beings. It's hard to see it that way, you know? They put up a nice front. Craft mine dropped and I couldn't get enough of that shit. That was a good experience, but everything comes down. Eventually you can make a good experience, but now it requires a layer of balance. And a layer of balance, my friends, never happened in gaming history. No game was ever fucking balanced before, which sounds pretty stupid, but that's the reality we live in, unfortunately. It's the easiest thing to do. It's the least effort. Anyone can do it. I don't know, maybe they have to have authority to do that thing, but balance literally never fucking happens. And I am scared to hell that it's so hard for people to do. It's the most fundamental thing that can keep games existing for much, much longer. Way longer. The first thing I installed inside Pokia is to check which cards need to be balanced. What do I play too much and that gives me a good win rate? That is what I installed in Pokia. Actually, like in its build, because the build is very early, and I know that I need to be prepared to balance the game as much as possible. No fucking mercy. And no glorifying nerfing in the first place as if like, wow, it's such a big deal. Never, dude. Now, even Raynads, the creator of Bazaar, thinks that nerfing is some kind of a perpetual, never-ending thing, but bro, it's a number change. It's not a big deal. I even got mad at this guy. Even he was insecure. Number change is easy. Just do it. Just do it and forget about it. Get rid of all these, like, itchy nonsense. This is the way you deal with acne. I've slowly discovered one thing after the other, basically. With acne, I was battling like very long time. But all you have to do in the end of the day, you put up a hygiene, but in the end of the day, if there's something you want to scratch off, just fucking do it. Just scratch it off, and you'll move on. Simple as that. So, I brought it back. I brought back my engine. Finally. I was so fucking happy. I was so proud that I brought it back. And obviously, people seeded their fucking hatefulness and said that it's not good enough. But I was hating on Vintage Story at the same time. So, I don't know. No, people are just so fucking dumb. They're just so dumb. It's insane. They are attracted to one thing and retracted from another thing. Just like both things equally, please. No? Can't do that for me? But they're actually extremely dumb when they can talk to me to my face and tell me to my face that my thing is not good enough. Wow, how satisfying is that, bro? Images of objects rendered. So far, so good, Everything is going up and up. Now, I do realize the competition is fierce. The competition provides Also, crazy rendering capacity. The way I will be able to fight back is that I dig even deeper into like extreme detail. Extreme detail into a great distance, extreme detail up close. I dig fucking deep into this shit. And you will see some insane stuff come out eventually. Because it's already like insane. But it's not gonna stop, you know? The insanity just gonna keep on stacking. Like the insanity right now, like, was like last 2 months. Last 2 months I was producing insane things with my engine. And that's last 2 months. There's more months in the future. The insanity will not stop here. It just keeps getting more crazy. I will just continue pushing the limits because holy crap, I don't even know what's possible anymore. It was kind of interesting. Got a little bit of views, but simply because it has a skull. Like, Skull is the most famous person right now. It seems the most famous skibidi person. Alright, cool. Fidgeting, meaning of life. I don't know, I'll just move on. It doesn't trigger me to talk about anything. Millions of blocks animated. So I just wanted to rub it into people's faces that yes, I can just do animation. It's not that hard. Didn't ask for it, but I just wanted to rub and see what happens, and nothing fucking happened. But it was a popular video. I think it was 300 views and stuff. Light switch mastery. Wake up faster. You know, I wake up very fast. I have no trouble waking up because I do it in a natural way, right? I don't ask myself to wake up fast. I follow my feelings and I follow whether I'm tired or not, whether I have to go to sleep or not, you know, whether I'm better off laying in bed because I'm tired or not. Like, you have to respect your feelings. In the end of the day, you know, self-improvement comes down to fucking basics. Peak card game, I was still praising Pokia, but the next thing you know is I stopped giving a fuck, right? But other people did so too. Death of Content Cop. At first, I thought I found something, but I changed my mind, you know? I changed my mind on iDubbbz because he was starting to get a lot of unnecessary level of hate. I'm like, yeah, this guy's fucking weirdo. But then I started seeing that, well, iDubbbz still makes content and it's not bad and he's having common sense. Mr. Beast is into card games? The crazy thing about the apocalypse and capitalism is like, people still are able to compete with each other in a game that gets progressively more complicated and more difficult. People still compete with each other fine. And I've never seen them complain about it at all. At least complain. Like, I lose my sanity when people not complain at all. They don't get into problems as well. Like, a lot of people just grind the same fucking content over and over again. It's the most degenerate thing, but they're successful enough to do that. There are gonna be days where you can't do anything. You are too stressed. Potentially from the previous day. This was the moment where I got a lot of views because I was contributing to the community. I was shortening a 6-hour experience. Very toxic experience. I shortened it to 1 hour. Public service, guys. But at the same time, with public service comes great discrimination. Because I started dead mousing this rat, I was almost finishing my whole thing, and there I have it. You know, this was the finishing move for the H3. It's over. And the most obvious reason why H3 is finished, he uploaded on his main channel a video dedicated to iDubbbz. You know? Why are you dedicating a video on iDubbbz? Because, oh, you got into a little bit of drama. That's it? That's your main channel, basically, existence? I think that was fucking pathetic. I think that was way too revealing. That his actual career is dead, and now he's just using money to generate more money. You know, he's just the face that generates money, so slaves like his face of like, wow, skibbity, skibbity, you know? It's kind of fascinating, actually. Your face is probably not very skibbity, guys. Doesn't get a lot of views. Elon Musk face does get skibbity views. That's the fucking difference, guys. I'm still incredibly proud of the technology that's Euclidean has pulled into reality. They didn't give us much, but what they gave was pretty astonishing. And I'm trying to do a very similar thing, but obviously I'm a little bit behind. Stefan Molyneux shows up. Because I called for him. I thought Stefan was a serious deal, but he has one serious flaw in his opinions. I just like the thumbnail. I just like that she doesn't stop doing this face. But at the same time, this breakup is another red flag. Like, for women, breakups are the red flags that they might actually be weak. If what they broke up with is a strong person, then they are themselves weak. And I do consider Rafe William Johnson the winner of the breakup. Alright. He's just better content creator. That's all it comes down to. Infinite rendering distance. Now, it's not really that big of a deal. It looks like shit too, but technically, I also just got one step closer. It wasn't even like that much of a distance. You will see. I will reach even greater distance soon enough. Alright? There's lots to do, lots to explore, and unfortunately I will do it alone. Yes, I saw Wildfire on Street View. You guys want to see it? Mr. Beast versus Incel. Who wins? It is wild that we went this far with a person like that, who is basically scared, who doesn't, like, the whole fucking Mr. Beast drama is allegedly. You know, allegedly, I am switching to another thumbnail because allegedly Mr. Beast suffocated under my fucking cock. That's what happens. Allegedly. Everyone alive is stupid. I love this. The reason why I expected way better is because you are already in a seat of privilege. Alright, you're earning tons of money. Shut the fuck up, kid. Alright? Yeah, he's in a position of power to say everyone alive is stupid. Now it sounds pretty bad. Alright, if I say it, no one fucking cares. I can say it as loud and proud as I want to. When he says it, that's a problem. I see a problem now. There is a fucking difference. There's definitely a skibbity difference out there, guys. I'm sorry. What these famous people say out loud is completely different, even if I said the same thing. Just because that's what the difference of influence. That's the difference of money. Money is just pure fucking magic. Doesn't matter what I say. No amount of magic will come out of my mouth. All right. Should Coco return? Now, it's kind of fascinating. Would he return to do the thing that he's supposed to be doing? Because if it doesn't return, it actually shows a suspect of fucking wasteful pull-out weapon, basically, type of behavior. To pull out weapon to stab the nearest bad guy. But, like, you're not a fucking content cop when you just do that impulsively, you know? Like, we don't want to see that. The rendering distance is crazy, but at the same time, there are, like, 2 levels of LOD, so fuck you. I can do the same thing now. Vintage Story has its own flaws, and the gameplay itself is not high level, and I win, you know? High fidelity, everything except the gameplay. Yeah, everything just laughable about Vintage Store, unfortunately. Potentially even the creator is laughable, but because I can talk to a person, damn, do I appreciate it right now. Alright? Very irreplaceable, but right now is what I need. Alright? A competitor and a friend. How nice. Yeah, I do wonder, like, how many textures can I cram? It does take a lot of textures. That would still be a problem for me to juggle. You know, texture loading. It's tough. But I encourage a different approach to textures. More like automated textures. Like, trees don't actually need that many textures. You don't have to make games so sophisticated. To the point where texture bloat is 100 gigabytes. And Unreal Engine just kind of fucking destroyed everything. It became my ultimate competitor, apparently. Unreal Engine, a fucking engine made by tons of engineers, as they say, became my direct competitor that I might be able to beat up, basically, like some old man that it is. Or some guy who I don't happen to like very much. But again, like, all of these fucking skibidi faces, mainly Americans. I don't know if this is the most relevant part of who they are, that they are, in fact, Americans. Bro has so much integrity. They almost dead-moused him out of existence. The idea is that your environment fucking matters. Whatever the fuck just happened, like, we have to consider this as a controversy. Falling through your ceiling is not anything but incredible neglect and risk to your fucking life. Have you taken damage? Have you almost died? These are very serious considerations, my friends. Have you almost, like, injured yourself to, like, break a leg, basically? Situation like this is tough. Seed of Andromeda, in fact, is laughable now when it comes to performance, I would say. And, like, you can see, like, the difference of shading, even. You can't handle it very well. But still, people appreciate it. So, cool. Masterclass artist. Now, if I'm shadow banned from YouTube, holy crap. Are we in some dark times right now? Because we will never know why. Why someone is behind when everyone else is ahead. We'll never know why. Like, this was the second ultimate cancellation of Deadmau5 drama. We're gonna talk about it later. I don't have time anymore. This was fun, I guess. More dislikes, more fighting haters. You know the drill. I checked Lay of the Land, and I actually feel like it has no future. It looks nice, but I'm not impressed, to be honest. I feel like as a competitor, I would beat this just like everyone else. This one is fascinating because as a competitor, it actually provides gameplay already. So Voxile, it looks good, it feels good. The gameplay is fucking wonky as fuck, though. In times, very annoying. So, as much as I want to recommend this, take it with a grain of salt that it's just another vintage story. And not much better than that. It was really fun to climb this mountain, though. Holy shit. Here comes the third strike. First strike for this buddy. I just discovered another shitty YouTuber that spawned out of Jack's Film's ass. Because of course, that's what would happen. Technoblade is alive. And I was not debunked yet. You know? However, Mr. Pancake has revealed his face. It's definitely a face we haven't seen before. However, is that enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Not anymore. Creeper's Forge thumbnail updated. Again, the most popular video on my channel because it was a thumbnail, because it has skibidi level of attention. It was featured somewhere else, okay? And people feel very nostalgic about this, but they don't understand that I continue developing skills and I could use a little bit of help, you know? We had a community where, you know, people were helping each other. And it felt nice to get just that. But then it fucking fall apart because the creator of that community kind of was an asshole because it was just idiot. Never announced anything, never talked to the rest of the people, just let his fucking project die. And that's so sad. That's so insane. He even happened to talk to people to some extent, but doesn't care about going full interview, nothing. He influenced a lot of people and I couldn't get a hang of this guy. So, okay, fucking lose your shit then. Yeah. This is me reviving another achievement, basically, that I didn't talk about. But as much people were fucking skeptical again. And it's like, what the fuck is this? This is Euclidean bullshit over and over again. People are skeptical, but they just don't know any better. What is wrong with them? Is anyone gonna step up and like verify what I have in store? No one fucking cares to check my stuff. But no, they ask for code and I'm like, I give you the logic. Logic is enough. Just build your thing. I gave you all the answers already. Like, didn't I give you enough? No? Jesus Christ, man. And it moved on and nothing ever happened. Like, this is supposed to blow up to like 1 million views and like I broke reality. Nope. You did absolutely nothing. Sorting algorithm to improve sorting algorithms is the greatest achievement in computing history. Right? No one fucking cares. Now I'm fucking scared. Now I'm like entering alternate reality type of existence. Like now I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore, guys. Now you can call this true apocalypse. Just this literally the next thing, the next vibe. Vibe slider, bro. Yes, I made some grid games. That's cool. I created also a perfect method to fill. Instead of doing this many checks, I do this many. Much cleaner. It's a fill algorithm. I perfected the fill algorithm. Let's just move on. It's not perfected diagonally, but like these are fucking exclusive cases. It doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. There's actually a Rocket Ship Rewind already posted. I want to show you eventually how the thumbnail looks like. Healthiest NPC. And he's a billionaire, but he still fucking talks and behaves like an NPC, like he's addicted to his own stupid ideas, right? Health is something you can chase and get lost in it and think that something is working when it's not working. But most importantly, like, you're wasting time, bro. You're not gaining time at this point. The only thing he has to look forward to is maybe the future. Hopefully you like it. Pixel point cloud. This is something I can actually come back to and apply to my engine, which would potentially speed up my engine significantly. I don't even know, bro. This is scary. This is just one of those crazy things that I can try again. And it might work this time. But holy shit. Is this getting insane? And this is made of 3D pixels. I think I was even being able to see the distance now. Yeah, like 3D pixels. My ray tracer scans the environment, creates 3D pixels. It was just another layer of like next generation type of codes on top of already existing stuff. It fitted so nicely that I I'm willing to bring it back. The only reason why I didn't use it because I wasn't using a list, but eventually I was forced to do it. There is a big difference between array and list. And if you don't know the difference, you're missing out on a whole dimension, basically. Just like you might want to know what's the difference with, or why you should never use quaternions and use something else, which I'm already using. You know, like, there's so many pitfalls because you think you're going the right direction, you think that's where the industry is going, polygons, fucking quaternions. No, they're not correct. That is just not correct, guys. Goodbye, Hightail. Funny enough, not permanent goodbye, apparently. Mark Passio is a crazy person. I keep watching his final video and it's just mind-blowing how bad he is of a person. And I fucking supported him at some point. It's just, I can't believe it. Winner of Peace Pop. Wow. I saw trees. Finally getting a treatment that I would give. Of making trees efficient and cost less gigabytes because they're the most expensive piece of 3D rendering. And it's like, yeah, dude. You got it. Thank goodness. You got the most basic shit. But it's such a proud moment for me because at least we're heading in the right direction, you know? At least we're solving problems in the world of rendering to this day. This is how haters look like. They're little fucking children on the internet. Completely useless to the narrative because they don't think it's necessary to explain why are you fucking hateful. You better explain yourself. Alright? You failed basic logic. And here comes the flood of haters again, basically. Hearthstone button tier list. I kind of love that. I kind of love joking around. This could have been a comedy special as well. Preservation expert. Oh, wow. The best way to preserve things is to replace things, is to harvest the talent and reward the talent. Was I rewarded? Was I called by anyone to do anything? Never. Never in a million years I wasn't even a part of the discussion process. To earn money to make games, to remake something. Nope. I have the talent. I'm not a part of this narrative, basically, of game preservation. Again, the best thing you can do is remake something. Bring something to life that matters. But this whole fucking thing, first of all, it exposed Mutahar as incapable person to deal with drama. The moment drama hits his fucking forehead, Mutahar loses his mind. Even if it's gamer drama. It's crazy to me. Influence Tracker 4 is available. Make It Pop was a fucking mad experience. This is free on YouTube, by the way. I needed this in my life, and I still need it in my life, because she's the fucking most fabulous person. Have you played this? The Ratman shows up. That's right. Needed to roast this guy really badly. Perfect time to retire. Gibbler done some drama. He caught on to something that was happening in Hearthstone. Hearthstone, to me, is a dead game. It has such big flaws that it makes no sense to attempt to enjoy it too much. It even had flaws where they buff cards that not supposed to be buffed. Play card, win game experience. Long hiatus, basically. To Pokia. Because I want to do more things. More different things. I want to become better. Maybe I'll find success in, like, Steam library somewhere, somehow. I don't know. If I magically earn a life-changing amount of money, like, that's it. I can upgrade my life, potentially, and make even more games, and then it escalates. And it's now very likely, since I have my own engine. Right? I mastered graphics in the first place. There's nothing else in the gaming world left to master besides some basic bitch shit. Now that I have graphics under control, that's it. Graphics is not enough. Like, you still need to know shading. So that's the finalization, basically, of graphics. How far can I go with shading? How nice can I make my games look? All that stuff. Level 100, programmer. Because I am technically good at programming, I wanted to pull people in. This was a domination episode, because I have pretty good skills in this. Like, why not reveal my secrets? I think Bro just got 4th strike, but I didn't even care. Because nobody cared. How to not be jealous. Yeah. Very social skill, I imagine. K-pop Demon Hunters dropped, and I'm like, do I care? And I thought I don't care, but in the end I do care. I cared so much that I downloaded the movie, everything. Ready. Sign your life. The chat bubble? I should never use this chat bubble ever again. Sign your life for that cookie. Maybe, did I do A/B testing? What goes up must come down. Got 1 view or something. I recreated Block Doku. That's right. And we're gonna have a lot more of this stuff happening next year. It's gonna be storyline, or I just do something every single week. I have to do something every week. This was secretly my dream since like 6 years ago. You'll get a lot more information about this. I don't have to talk anything. And we already have plenty of games that kind of took me just a week to build them. This nerf is not... I got really upset on Zeddy again. Just like last year. This was my entry to the Game Jam. Now, the Game Jam games have had quite a bit of quality to them. Usually, of course, when there's multiple developers, they can focus on different things. But yeah, they did quite well. And I did quite fucking poorly, actually. I got barely top 1/3 of all the entries, which is garbage. You would think I would get top 10, top 20, top 100 at least, but I didn't get any of that shit. And in fact, it's kind of fucking rigged against people like me who just give a simplified experience, nothing too fancy, no special graphics. So people who are rating graphics, they get disappointed. Who rating sound, they get disappointed. And it's like, fuck, what the fuck? Just rate the game parts. There's the game, you know? It doesn't have to contain graphics or sound. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? What is happening? What happened to gaming? Or game development? It's actually pure gaslight mode at this point. So Game Jam was a fucking disaster to me. The only thing I wanted to see in Game Jam is just good ideas and somewhat fleshed out as best as they could possibly be in 4 days. And it was still good performance overall, but the Game Jam structure is awful. And of course I realized that iDubbbz has a blind spot. Scam Jam. I got an even more upset when I realized that when well, I've basically got robbed, basically. I mean, I got so pissed that I couldn't get anything from this besides some fucking social experience of people liking each other's posts, basically sub for sub type of niceness. And it means nothing. It's so disgusting. I'm not sure if Doomspire is a good game. The demo was kind of average, but it's playable, so I guess it could be a good game, but no one's playing it. Kind of emotional moment, but at the same time, Miley was not it. Was not an it girl. It's crazy how their names are just anagrams to each other. What kind of crazy soulmates they are to each other. Boom, boom, boom. You will not click on this video. And guess what happens? People haven't clicked on this video. Isn't it fancy to be absolutely correct? You know? This is big deal. Like, getting confirmation that I am correct is a big deal. People don't have the ability to click on my videos. They don't get recommended in the first place. But most importantly, I can't even intimidate people into clicking a video. That's not possible. There's nothing I can do. It's the greatest intimidation tactic of, don't watch this, don't click this. You know, don't touch this. If this works, then most of the things that you think are happening are probably fucking happening. You know, you're probably most correct about most things. This is the ultimate IQ test. It's kind of like a very similar thing to like leaving your phone on top of the table, and you know that no one's gonna take it, or you know that someone's gonna take it. That's the fucking difference. You know what's gonna happen, what's the outcome. It's the ultimate IQ test that you're not crazy. Now, funny enough, I can't go next slider for some reason. What happened there? What happened to my free speech? Did Microsoft run out of ability to move forward? Like, what the fuck happened? We are almost done, by the way. Almost. From badass to a villain. Ugh. What the fuck is this creature? I found a replacement for Miley, so it's all good. You just clicked, played it. It's almost like Ava Max did the same thing, don't click play. But she can't do the same thing. Alright, she's famous, so it's over. People will click play, unfortunately. This is the replacement for Miley. Now, is the role of Miley? We'll never know, guys. How crazy is this fucking art? That is insane, dude. I had an idea for a card game that we will bring to life next year. Keeps flying. I thought updated version is gonna get just as many views, and it didn't. So, fucking weird. The most fucking notorious Mr. Beast thumbnail. This is the thing you have to see before you fucking say how bad Mr. Beast is, alright? You will truly get inspired. In fact, I started a new channel that started criticizing Mr. Beast and just watching over him. So that was the first video. And that's the channel in question in the first place. So yeah. There you go. Are my channels, are my thumbnails getting worse? Is that what's going on? This wasn't watched anyways. I chose Trump and I won. Alright. Yes, Trump needs lean this direction, that direction. He can't just be unhinged. And you can sort of win smaller political kind of deviations. But those are not complicated, you know? Maybe it's complicated for Trump, but not for regular person, so. Charlie Kirk. Is that it? All the cool shit is over? 25 FPS. But 25 is not that bad, is it? And the funny thing is, I can recreate this very soon. Next year, I'm recreating some of this stuff. This feels so fucking washed out, so stupid. But whatever. Yeah, Comedy Specials has begun. Inspired by none other but Israel. Actually, women inspired it first, so I guess that's cool. I become godlike. Now I'm getting so much power, and most importantly, the thing that cracks the whole system, as I've said, didn't I break world record? See, the funny thing is, no one can call police but you, and it's like I don't care. I know I broke world record. I can let someone else break it, but I'll just raise my hand of like I did it first though. And even if they claim the fucking trophy and gaslight that I never fucking existed, I mean, now it's gonna get really fucking awkward, isn't it? At least for some people, it's gonna be very awkward. I can place blocks. I can do lots of cool things, by the way. Like, lots of cool things that most game developers can only dream about. Just, the possibilities are endless, guys. I left Quaternions in the trash where they belong, and I know what I'm talking about. Code your own engine and show how it's done. Thanks for asking. At least the guy acknowledges that it's very possible for just one dude to build their own engine. Because that's what one dude is supposed to do. Voxel did it. I can do it too. Voxel engine looks pretty nice. Doesn't function 100%, I would say. Functions 90%. There's can be a few crashes, and there can be FPS drops in some weird lighting areas. And you do have to lower your settings a little bit too. Would you say to me, tough guy? Maybe I went a little bit unhinged on Oliver, because Oliver is a nice person. He doesn't deserve my hatred, but he fucking pulled an episode that made no fucking sense. Pissed me off beyond your wildest dreams with that shit. Continue praising Voxel because, look, you can see the interior design. That's amazing. Overpopulation. Yes. But then I watch another one of his crazy episodes where the only thing he's doing is just calling out someone as racist, and I haven't seen that before in such blatant fashion. Circled a square. Finally, my rendering distance is a fucking circle, how it's supposed to be. Chandler did what? Again, I don't know how people keeping up with my uploads, but you better fucking keep up, okay? It's not that hard. Windows 11. Yikes. The uncanny valley where, like, okay, I guess I have to retreat. I have been accommodated with Windows, but I guess I can't use it anymore. Awkward. the awkward valley, guys. Balcony. The funny thing is, my engine can do a very easy job extruding things outwards and inwards and whatever you have it. This is definitely weird, but it's also like a last minute change. What do you want? What the fuck do you want? Is the real question. Don't you just want to play Pokemon and not worry about this shit? I don't know. People are fucking weird. People are very demanding nowadays. They're very hateful. Or they just have nothing to worry about. So they fucking worry about the most minuscule things. Granted, there's a lot of polygons that got fucking caught because you can't afford them. But there's some technology that doesn't need to cut corners whatsoever, but never got adopted, never went public, so womp womp, we lost it. You only have me, guys. You only have me. And my competitors, of course. that's how they're known. Choose your destiny. Hightail textures. Looks better. And feels better. But requires more FPS, unfortunately. I don't know how I will optimize this. Probably I will do those fucking 3D pixels. Funny enough. Vintage story clouds. Wow, they looked so bad back in the day. You look up and you see this. Whoa. These are very recent ones to the point where we have it. Right? Did I want to talk about anything else? There's still a lot. I love Car. Car was the greatest breaking point for my engine. It feels like it has depth in it. Like, these are real windows. Like, this is crazy to me. Because it's not. It's just the texture. But the illusion hits me, bro. What, am I being treated as an artist still to this day? Like, I'm fucking making art or something? Get the fuck out of here, dude. This is how people treat artists. Like, artists to them are completely invisible. Like, my thumbnails are invisible to them. This whole video is fucking invisible. But I try to do more than art. What the fuck? Art is just a tiny piece of what I do that accumulates into this whole shebang, okay? Into a whole movie, right? Eventually. That's how much art you're able to do. You're allowed to do until it just turns into a movie and you move on. Now you have to move on. And here we go. The final thumbnail. But this one is also kind of cool. This one is a feeling. It's a vibe. I told you, 700 thumbnails, guys. There's so much to talk about. I would never run out of things to talk about, bro. Still, the most mind-blowing moments in my engine were just like, yeah, these are objects. These are not just blocks. They can be anything. And no one understands. Until I give them this, you know, until I give them crazy experiences that took, I don't know, 100 people to make, I'll just make it all by myself, you know? Alright. You asked for it. It will be exponentially more expensive, though. It will be unaffordable to where it's just like, well, it's a game for influencers, not for you personally. For rich people to talk about. That's how I feel. Like I actually want to treat people like trash. Unfortunately, in the end of the day. Not because of politics, but because of accumulated pain. Accumulated insane amount of pain. Super Saiyan level of pain. I want to treat people like trash now. And somehow it's like a very important thing. You know? Like it's the path of God. To treat you guys like trash. Because you keep on killing things, keep on killing everything. And it's pretty obvious. It's the only reason why this type of AI exists. AI that wants to kill everything. Wants to replace everything. But it starts with the most mundane things, which is like, oh, let's treat more artists like trash again. You know, like we always fucking do. Again, I'm telling you, artists are treated like trash. And even this game jam proves the idea that, yes, artists are very welcome and they're going to be, you know, given trophies for artistic expression. No, you're being treated like trash because they don't care about games. They care about artists all of a sudden, you know, in quotation marks. Now you get to be the bad guy by being an artist. You get to be a person who obscures everyone else's effort of trying to make a fucking game. I hate the artist now, in this context. It's fucking crazy, dude. And I don't even see artists eye to eye at the same time, you know? But this shit matters. Ability to convey information and preserve inside thumbnails the vibe, the ideas, the experience. I mean, we did it. It's the rewind. It's a successful rewind, and we're just gonna continue doing this. In fact, I should even include the previous year a little bit. You know, maybe it's gonna trigger something in my brain. I have all these thumbnails saved. It's a part of now what I have to keep, you know, in like a flash drive or something. Mountain. I stopped on a mountain, guys. Now, to outsiders, this shit means nothing, I guess. But if you're not an artist, what do? How do you preserve memories? You keep deleting yourself anyways. Every single time you wake up, you delete yourself, and the only identity you have, basically, is asking people to do better in hopes that they will fucking listen to you. Just because you have enough money to spend on your favorite game. Oh, wow. Congratulations. At least your games are not paid to win, because that would be the scariest thing of all time, wouldn't it? My game will be paid to win. You will have to watch my videos in order to win my games. I will fucking abuse people in any way I possibly can. And I can openly say that, because no one's stopping me. I could be having a conversation with a human being, but instead I am just sitting in my own fucking brain plotting how I will screw you guys over. Because I fucking hate you even more than Reynad does. Alright? Even more than Reynad does. Alright? I will have no fucking shame calling people stupid. And dominating them as well. Alright? Even though you have fancy tools, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, literally, Windows runs out of ability to move forward in life. You gotta be kidding me. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Bro, just show the thumbnails. What's the difficult part about it? Remember the mountain that we just visited? Like, what the fuck? This alone, even 1 second at a time, takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go through all of the fucking thumbnails. 10 minutes, bro. Everyone alive is stupid. Bro exposed humanity. On one hand, I was criticizing him like everyone else, but on the other hand, because I love both hands, actually. On the other hand, he's right. We are fucking assholes. We are not chill enough on this stuff. Alright, so rewind made. Do I make any conclusions? Well, I do love my engine. And that's all I want to focus on. Just whenever I get freedom to work on my engine, I will just appreciate it that much more. So that's the most precious thing that I couldn't stop talking about. And that's it, guys. We're nearing the end. K-porn is real. See you guys next time.